So this is a new question coming from lead code problem number 21, merge two sorted lists. The problem is marked as easy. I will also mark it as easy. If considering that you are learning linked list, you must have some basic knowledge around programming. That means you must be aware, of course, about merge sort. So it comes from a similar world of merge sort. 17,600 plus upwards. And if you see previously, this has been asked in Amazon, Apple, very frequently asked question, Expedia, Microsoft, Google, eBay, Facebook, Indeed, Uber, right? Shopee, Roblox, VMware, Oracle, Accenture, LinkedIn. Most of the companies must have asked it sometime. So the question says that you are given the head of two sorted linked lists, list one and list two. So you're technically having head of two sorted linked lists. You need to merge the two lists into a sorted list. So you are going to merge two of the linked lists into one sorted list. The list should be made by splicing together the nodes of the first two lists. Okay. So you can see you are going to club both of the nodes coming from both of the list together, and then you to return the head of the merge linked list. Okay. You can see 1124, 134. You are returning 112344, and this is how the overall structure should look like. Now it's a fairly simple question because definitely you must have already solved the question of merge two sorted arrays. The problem of merging two sorted arrays can be very easily solved using two pointers. Right? It can be very easily solved using two pointers. So technically, what we can do is, if you try to apply a similar approach of merge two sorted arrays in merging two linked lists,
So before moving forward in the video, I would like to tell you about the brand new offering of Algocamp, which is the Lambda 5.0 course. So this is the fifth iteration of the flagship advanced backend development course with Node.js, but this time it's bigger and better. This time Algocamp has introduced a lot of new projects. The whole ecosystem is going to be more AI powered. There are projects including Lovable Clone, your own AI fitness tracker, own AI interview planner and interview prep, I would say, tool. There is some deep engineering concepts around distributed transaction, using which you're going to make a payment system or a payment wallet system altogether. There's going to be a workflow manager project. You're going to try to understand how exactly you can use the concepts of, let's say, CDC in order to implement different projects. A lot of deep technical projects and deep technical understanding you are going to get. This particular course is going to focus on making sure that you understand the system architectures and deep system concept that a lot of senior engineers are always involved with, and try to make projects on top of that. You are going to see actual scaling strategies, replication strategies, how you can make sure that your system is fault tolerant, and concepts around, let's say, Kafka, concept around Redis and whatnot. There is so many different projects that are actually added, including a WhatsApp system, something like a Netflix like system, a Twitch like system, a lot of AI powered tools. We are going to actually make something like Lovable Clone and whatnot. Do check out the link in the description section below. Get the idea about all the projects that you are going to get and build. This is something that will take you from an absolutely beginner level backend developer to a very advanced level backend engineer altogether. We have received such great testimonies from the last set of batches, and people are actually loving what we have already built, but this time we have made sure that this is bigger and better. So do check out the link in the description section below and use this coupon code to get massive discounts on the current price. And now let's go back to the video.
okay. So what you can do if you want to apply the similar approach of merge two sorted arrays and merge two sorted linked lists, you can keep two pointers I and j. You can compare the value. Is the value of the node, ith node, is less than the value of the jth node? Yes. So you can create a new resultant linked list and store the value 1 here. This is going to be k. And then you can do I is equals to I dot next. Now you are going to compare, is the data pointed by the ith pointer less than the data pointed by the jth pointer? No, jth pointer is less instead. So you are going to create a new node, move k there, and store the value 2. And then you do j is equals to j dot next. And again, 3 is less than 4. So you will again add 3, move k, right? And then move I. Now you can add 4 and so on and so on. The time complexity of this approach is going to be order of n plus m, right? Now, technically, this looks like a good fairy tale that, oh, same question, same answer. We just have to, instead of storing it in an array, we have to store it inside a linked list. Now, a lot of time, what a lot of people might ask you is, do not create a new linked list. Try to merge these two linked lists so that finally you don't create a new node. Whatever are the nodes of the original linked list, you are manipulating the pointers of those original linked list only. Now things become a bit more interesting. Okay, so now you cannot create a new list. That means you have to somehow manage these lists only. Okay, cool. So what we are going to do, we are going to compare. We are going to compare the values. That is the value pointed by the ith pointer less than the value pointed by the jth pointer. Yes. If that's the case, that means this is going to be the first node, right? So what you're going to do, you're going to break the connection of I from here. You are going to break the connection of I from here. And let's say we will create, before you break the connection, let's do one thing. Let's create a dummy head. Okay, I'll create a single node. I'll create a single node like dummy head. It won't be having any value. Let's say we will store just a null here as the value. And the next is also null. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to break the connection of the ith node. Of course, we are going to store the next node so that we have the reference to the linked list. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach this ith node after the dummy head. Okay. And then technically I comes here. So what steps I will take? Let me show you step by step. So the first thing that you're going to do is you will say, let's say there is a temp pointer which is pointing at the dummy node. You will say temp.next is equals to I. So currently we are making a connection to the ith node considering I is the smaller node. If j is the smaller node, then the same thing will be done with j. Okay. So you make a connection with I. Now you will do temp is equals to temp.next. So temp starts pointing here, temp comes here. Okay, because now what is happening? Dummy dot next is I, and now I start pointing temp to I. Now I will say I dot next, or I should say I is equals to I dot next. I comes here, and then you remove the connection. Temp dot next is equals to null. You remove this connection. So technically, you have connected one to the dummy head. You have connected one to the dummy head, right? And the next of one is null. One is pointed by temp. I is at 3, j is at 2. You repeat the same process. You check again. Is 3 less than 2? No, 2 is less than 3. So just replace everywhere with j. Everything with j. So what you're going to do, you're going to say temp.next is equals to j. So technically, you're going to point here. Then you say temp is equals to temp.next. So we are going to bring temp here. Then you will say j is equals to j.next. So you're going to move j here. And then you say temp.next is equals to null. You're going to break this connection. So what will happen? Temp comes here. You move j is equals to j.next. You break this connection. That means you have technically, and now temp doesn't point here. You have technically attached 2 after 1. Can I say that? Then again, you compare 3 and 4. 3 is less, right? 3 is less. So you again do temp.next is equals to I. So this is going to make a connection here. Then temp is equals to temp.next. So temp comes here, right? Temp comes here. Temp is now no more pointing here. And technically, there is a dotted connection here. Then I is equals to I.next. Temp.next is equals to null. That means you have technically attached 3 after 2, right? You have attached 3 after 2 and temp points here. Can I say that? And so on and so on. Now there can be, let me do a few more iterations. Okay. After a few more iterations, what will happen? You can see j is less than I. So technically you will start, j starts pointing here and you have it here. Temp starts pointing at 4. Then 6 is also less than 8. So you're going to bring 6 also here. And let me do one thing. See, repetition of process, nothing much. Most of the linked list questions are just implementation heavy. Temp is going to point at 6, right? J is equals to j dot next, j is here. Now you can see j is null. The moment j becomes null, you don't even need to compare anything, right? You will just do temp dot next is equals to I. So you are going to just connect 6 dot next to 8. 8 dot next is already 10. Considering j becomes null and I is also still having nodes. If I becomes null and j is still having node, then you can do temp dot next is equals to j. In this case, you don't need to loop like how we used to loop in merge to sorted arrays if one of the array is exhausted. What is your final answer? Your final answer is going to be dummy head dot next, because dummy head dot next has your first node actually. So you are going to return dummy head dot next. So just using the same 2-pointer approach in linked list, by manipulating the pointer instead of storing the array, we have solved this particular question. What is going to be the time complexity? Time complexity is going to be order of n plus m. Space complexity is technically order of 1 because you are not even creating a new linked list, right? You are just manipulating the same linked list. You are not using any other data structure. So space complexity is order of 1. Time complexity is order n plus m. That's how you can actually merge two sorted arrays. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a dummy head. Now you might be thinking why we are creating dummy head. We are creating dummy head so that we have access to the first node. You can even solve it without creating the dummy head. You just need to put a bunch of programming logic so that you always know that, okay, currently your final list was empty and now it is the first node that is getting added. But I don't want to get into too much logic. So I can say let dummy head is equals to new list node. And you can put any dummy data. For example, value I can put as -1, anything. Okay, I just put -1, anything you can put. Okay. And I'll be having a temp pointer that is going to point to dummy head. Okay. Now we will say while L1 dot next is not equal to null and L2 dot next is not equal to null. Till the time both of the pointers are not equal to null, what you're going to do? You're going to compare. If L1 dot val is less than L2 dot val, then what you're going to do? You're going to say temp dot next is equals to L1. And let's not say it as L1, let's call it as IJ because we did it with respect to IJ. Okay. Let's do it I. And let's make IJ. So let I is equals to list1, J is equals to list2. Okay. Temp dot next is equals to I. Temp is equals to temp dot next. I is equals to I dot next. Temp dot next is equals to null. Otherwise, we are going to follow the same logic. It's just that instead of I, we will be playing with J. Okay, that's it. If any one of them becomes null, if I becomes null, that means you are going to do temp dot next is equals to J. Otherwise, you are going to say if J becomes null, then temp dot next is equals to I. At last, you are going to return dummy head dot next. Okay, that's it. So even a shorter logic because you are technically skipping 2 loops. If you run the code, let's see. We're getting the output as 1, 1, 2, whereas we should get 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see where we might be missing it. So we clubbed 1, 1. Then we had 2, right? And technically we should not do I dot next is equals to null. Till the time I is not equal to null, right? We should not do I dot next because we don't want to stop at the tail node. We can go beyond the tail node also. Currently this was stopping at the tail node. And now you can see this looks fine. Let's try with a, case where you have different length lists. Looks fine. Let's try to submit. 1 second. Let me expand this window. You can see this has been submitted. Let me submit it again. You can see perfectly fine, right? So this is how actually how you can merge to a sorted linked list. The time complexity is order of n plus m. The coding implementation is extremely easy, I believe.